So what do they do here on the week?
そう、昆虫研究会のコンセプトをお願いします。
はい、今適当に喋れるんですか？そうですね、16年前ぐらいなんですけど、会を始めたのが。
So it started about 16 years ago.
で、東京の多摩動物公園という動物園があって、そこで世界の食べられる昆虫展というイベントがあったんですね。
At that time, there was in like a zoo in Tokyo, there was an event about like the types of insects that are eaten around the world.
でそこへちょっとたまたま行ったんですけれども、でそうするとアフリカとかアジアとか非常に昆虫がたくさん食べられていると。でなおかつすごく美味しく食べられていて、高い値段がついているので非常にびっくりしました。
So when he went there, he went there just by coincidence and was very surprised to find that like all around the world people are eating lots of insects and also they reach quite a high price. And people consider them to be delicious.
で僕自身生まれが長野県なので、長野県というのは非常に虫をですね、今でも食べるっていうか結構昆虫食が盛んな県だったんです。で僕もちっちゃい頃蚕のさなぎ、あれを結構食べさせられた。
So he's saying he's from personally he's from Nagano Prefecture, which is central Japan, and it's a place where there's lots and lots of well. It's been a famous place for entomophagy and for eating insects within Japan. And when he was a child, his parents used to, well, presumably his parents made him eat like silkworm.
僕の祖父がですね、おじいちゃんが非常にそれが大好きで、でご飯の上にいっぱいこう乗っけてですね、さなぎ丼って言ってね、結構食べてたんですよ。
So his grandfather really liked silkworm, and he'd make himself like a donbori of pupae. So donbori is like where you have rice and then on top of that you just like pile something on top, and normally it might be like chicken or egg or tuna or something, but his grandfather used to have it.
決して美味しいとは思わなかった当時は。
He didn't think they were delicious.
そういう記憶がベースとしてあって、ですごくびっくりしたんですね。今でもそんな虫が食べられてるの。
So that's like the base for that memory was based for then his surprise at the fact that actually even now people eat lots of insects around the world.
でそうなんだったら行った仲間とちょっと 2,3 人でちょっと河原でトノサマバッタを取って食べてみようじゃないかと。
Oh, so then with a couple of friends he went and in a place called Kawara collected some grasshoppers and thought, oh, maybe we'll try eating these.
でその場で一生懸命取ってですね、素揚げしてで食べたんですけども、これがですね思ってたよりもはるかに美味しかったんですよね。
So they tried it. They they did their best to collect as many as they could. Tried frying them and they were delicious.
で日本はイナゴを食べる文化があって、イナゴってよくね食べられてますけども、イナゴに比べるとトノサマバッタだったらものすごくでかいんですよ。
So it was a species that's not normally eaten in Japan. Like grasshoppers.
Yeah, no, but maybe a little like not too warm, like something in the middle.
It's suddenly becoming deeper.
Sorry.
でものすごく大きくて肉もすごくたくさんあって、
So they're much meatier than the grasshoppers that are traditionally eaten in Japan.
すごく旨味があって、でイナゴに比べてこんなにトノサマバッタ美味しいのというのが会を始める動機なんですけれども。
The grasshoppers. So the larger grasshoppers that he's saying he went and collected. So he's using the word inago is the Japanese word for the grasshoppers that most commonly eaten, but he's talking about batta, which is like you could kind of translate it as locust, I suppose, but like a large grasshopper.
日本の昆虫食っていうのはイメージとしては非常にマイナスのイメージというか、他に食べるものがないからしょうがない食べるというか、そういうイメージがものすごく定着してるんですね。
So in Japan, the image of like entomophagy is like, oh, you know, there's nothing else to eat, so you have those, so you eat insects. That's a fairly negative image.
でそういうイメージを持ってる人、大体年上の人、年齢的に上の人が多いです。
Usually have that idea about entomophagy, usually quite old.
そうですね。それでネットかなんかで募集した場合にそういうもんじゃなくて若い人ってのは初めて食べる昆虫ってのは初めて接するもので、すごく好奇心もありますし行動力もあるので 大体我々の会に集まってこれ20代30代ぐらいの男女半々ぐらいなんですけれども、非常に若い方が圧倒的に多いですね、今集まっている方は。
それは昆虫食研究会の話。
そうですそうです。
インターネットで、インターネットで募集したら若い人が来てくれた。
はい。
So when he started to like have like to set or call people 募集って集まるっていうか、to try and like appeal to people on the internet, the people who came to him and who had an interest in this were usually like in their 20s and 30s. It was mainly young people. So he was surprised.
で最初にここで始めた時は一体何人来るのかねってすごく不安だったんですね。
So the first time he decided to hold this event here, they were like, who knows how many people are even going to come?
5人か6人ぐらいじゃないかと思って。
He thought maybe like 5 or 6 people.
ところがですね、実際にこう時間が来たらどんどん入ってきて、もうここぎっしり入っちゃったんですね。満杯になっちゃって、いや昆虫食って結構人気あるなと思って。
So then loads and like as time went on, loads of people came and this place is completely full up.
でそれからもう定期的にここで毎月昆虫類研究会というか。
So then because there was such an interest, we thought okay, we'll do this monthly meeting.
で最近は人数がすごく多いので、月2回。
Recently there's been even more people, so now we do it twice a month.
やるようになってますね。あとさっき言ったここはメインなんですけども、あとバッタ会とか、バッタを取って食べる会。
Oh, so here, this place and having the meetings here is the main thing they do. But they also have like grasshopper collection events and then seminal.
セミ会とかバッタ会。
Yeah, they have cicada and grasshopper events where they go out into the countryside and collect them.
でそこでやっぱり取れたて新鮮の美味しい虫を食べるという経験をみんなにしてもらうってことはすごく大事なことですね。そういう活動を今継続してやっています。
So he thinks it's really important that people are investigating this more and researching it more, and so that's why he's doing it. And that's what he's doing.
こんなことでしょうかね。で日本は幸いにして昆虫が結構いるんですよ。だから伝統的にも昆虫食の伝統があるので、西洋特にデンマークとかそっちの方は虫がいないじゃないですか。よくね。だから食べるとしたら養殖するとかなんかするしかない。
So he's saying that in Japan, like Japan, there's loads of insects, and there's also the culture of eating insects, and so where like compared with Europe, where you have fewer insects as well, and you don't have that kind of insect-eating culture. You'd have to, like, if you want to eat them, you'd have to start rearing them.
Mostly.
で日本の場合だからそういうふうに伝統があって、で昆虫食ってのはかなり自然な形で受け入れられるはずなんですね。でそれが一部いろんなそのマスコミとかがあって今ちょっと中断してますけど、そこら辺はヨーロッパよりもむしろですね日本はこれだけ技術的にもあるし、もうちょっと昆虫食に対して本腰を入れればかなり優れた昆虫食のですね文化のもう一度再建できるんじゃないかと思いますよね。
So he's saying that because of that history and because of the insects in Japan, for him he thinks it's more likely than in Europe that it might be possible to actually revive the tradition of insect eating in a much bigger setting, particularly because it's good with nature as well, like the relationship with people in nature.
そういう啓蒙活動っていうか、そういうのと実際に食べる体験と、その2つの両輪がうまく噛み合えば、かなりいい線いくんじゃないかなと。で特に2年前去年から FAO のね、出ましたよね。あれ以来すごくそれまで昆虫食っていうのが裏街道を裏街道と言われてます。ヤクザの世界じゃないけれども今まであまりよく思われてなかったんですね、昆虫食はね。
Not principal moral road.
He's using a word again. He was just saying that up until the FAO report last year, he didn't like the FAO report. Up until then, it was like ethnicity was considered, and then he used a word that they were joking that it's used about the yakuza, like the mafia, and apparently it's like a different road, like not a moral road.
道を外れているという。
表現が難しい。But it was immoral.
アンダーグラウンドじゃ違うんですか。
That's not underground.
Not normal.
ああ、普通じゃない。
Okay.
Not normal.
Not normal.
グローバルでも
まあそれでその FO がおかげで FO のおかげで昆虫食というのは結構そういう意味ではなんかすごくもしかしたら未来を救うとかですね、なんかそういうキャッチフレーズが流行ってきて、
So thanks to the FAO report and everything, it's that there is a future for entomophagy. More of one.
そうですね。だからまあそういう意味では今その追い風が吹いていると。
There's a big wind blowing.
Okay. Have you noticed an increase in the people, in the number of people that have interest in this group since the FAO report?
相当増えてきてると思います。
この昆虫食研究会に
そうですね。はい。そうですね。まあとにかくマスコミでかなりそれ
and there's
FAO
lots of
の
like media interests as well.
取り上げられてきてます。特にはニュースとか報道番組とか比較的真面目にこう取り上げられること
It's
が増え
starting
て
to
き
be
たの
really
で。
like
Taken
taken seriously when
seriously.
it wasn't before.
でもう一つ食用昆虫科学研究会っていう会もあって、そちら昆虫食を科学的に非常に研究しようっていうその学生研究者の若い研究者の仲間の集まりなんですけれども、で吉田さんそうだよね今所属してて、
There's another meeting
で
that's had lots of
明日
young
明
people
後日
who are,
サイエンスアゴラ
doing
と
science
いう科学の祭典があるんですけども、そこへもブースを出してそういう活動を明日明後日までしますけど。
どこですか？
お台場にあるんですけども、
So tomorrow and the day after we're doing those young people who are doing like serious research and scientific research into edible insects are they have a booth at an event tomorrow and the day after in Odaiba. So if you guys are free tomorrow morning, that would be really interesting.
まあそういうこともやっていく。はい。
ありがとうございます。
24日いらっしゃる。24日いらっしゃる。
明日も帰っちゃうんだよね。
あ、そうなんです。
She said you'd like to come on the 24th. And he said no.
I would very much like to come. Yes, but we'll be in Copenhagen.
Denmark.
And so you're all part of the group.
皆さん、昆虫食研究会に入ってるんですか？皆さん、メンバーですか？
そうですね。
Only me studying edible insect science meeting. It's a group of this study about entomology.
Yeah.
So, but the other people are all member of the edible insect cooking club. Like, I don't know how to translate in English, but 料理研究会ですか。
Cooking research.
Cooking
Cooking Research Club is maybe a good text.
Insect cuisine.
ソサイティ？なんだろ
ああ、
う。そんな感じ。
書いていない。そんな
So,
感じです。
edible insect society.
ですね。そして一応今日10時ということで、それまでに全てを終わらせたいということなので。
So we need to get finished by 10 because we only have these displays by 10.
Right. So, yeah.
で、もうよければ実際のクッキング。
Can you?
そうそう、全部やったら出すか、一つずつ出すかということ。聞いてみようか。
どうしようかね。
Which would be best? He's saying, so we need to finish by 10, and there's lots and lots of different insects we've got. Should we do one by one, or do them all and then everybody eats?
手間はかかんないんですけど。As you want. For me, it's okay. You can do all the insects as one, and you can.
The important is maybe trying to.
ボールか何かは欲しいです。一緒に料理します。
Well, and these Did someone in the group raise these?
もうこれ誰が養殖誰かが養殖した
ペットショップで売ってる
やっぱり爬虫類の
爬虫類の中野にある爬虫類クラブっていう下まで書いてビデって書いてあるから。
あ、そうなんですか。じゃあもう本当に解凍するだけで大丈夫ですね。葉っぱ入ってる。
タイで生の
そのあたりに昆布は
塩後で。
Are they alive still?
コオロギとカボス混ぜて。になるとき。
天ぷらにこれをかけてください。はいはい。いやお待たせしました。一応これでなんとか全部できたので召し上がってください。どうぞ。その前に乾杯しましょう。
乾杯ですね。
乾杯。
お疲れ様でした。
はい、どうも。
乾杯。
乾杯。
あるワインがあるの？
ちょっと説明しますと、ご飯はさっき言った桜毛虫の糞で炊いたご飯です。
So this rice is the stuff that the rice that has been steamed with the caterpillar dumpty, the shipty.
で色が若干ほのかにピンク色っていうかちょっと
So
な
it
感じ。
goes a little bit pinky from the
上に乗ってるのがその糞の元の幼虫です。
and then what's on top of that is the caterpillar that excretes the shit that's used.
And just raw, like it's been frozen.
これは生ですか？冷凍しちゃうんですか？
茹でてます。
茹でて
冷凍してます。
そうです。
Yeah, it was frozen then boiled.
であと天ぷらはコオロギと
The tempura is cricket and
コオロギだけかなとりあえずコオロギの天ぷらですね。
yeah, it's cricket tempura.
でここに入れてるこれをコオロギと塩を混ぜた
Oh, this is cricket
で
salt.
すね。これを天ぷらにかけて
So this is for tempura with cricket salt. Yeah.
であとお吸い物っていうかスープなんですけどもここにスズメバチ
Made with
スズメバチが入ってます。入れてあります。
So it's got the giant
多分
hornets.
4匹入ってると思います。
So there's about four. There's probably four. 4匹?
全用っていうかさなぎになりたてのやつとさなぎと
So there's different types are in there.
2匹ずつ入ってると思います。
The larvae before they become pupa, and then the pupa as well. And there's two of each in there.
Cool.
そうですね。それが幼虫。
いただきます。
はい、どうぞ。
ありがとうございます。That's just a bit.
箸。
What are you asking? What are you asking?
They order. How they suggest they order?
Oh, 順番でおすすめの順番がありますか？
でまず汁をちょっと吸っていただいてほしい。
First, just taste a little bit of the broth.
あとご飯1個食べてもらって天ぷらっていう感じですよ
And
ね。
then one of these.
No.
And then this.
Sei scuola rumore o no?
Ma sto perdendo questo
I'm asking if he's like an old school or new school.
If you slow
Not to say he's losing the sound, the noisy.
is going away.
一番いかがですか？
So
So we shouldn't.
we are keeping it.
Oh, we keep it. Oh, it's going away, so we should keep it. Okay. I agree with that.
高級な味しますね。
そうですね。かなり高級。
なんだろうこれ。なんだろうな。
He's saying it tastes expensive.
それもすごい。
カポ寿司を作ったのに、カポ寿司を作ったのに、
おじいちゃん。
はい。
ご飯ちょうだい。
And also, maybe you can translate this. I think, like, we've spent the last 5 or 6 days in like the inaka.
今
And
まで6日間ぐらいずっと田舎に暮らしてて、
in Kushihara in
石原岐
Gifu
阜県
and spending time mainly with the wasps and the
それで
hornets.
クロスズメバチとオオスズメバチと暮らしてた。時間として羨ま
Which
しい。
has been lovely. And we've been interacting mainly with people who have this knowledge like in a very sort of traditional way, like something that they've learned from their parents, and those they learned that from their parents, and it's sort of this thing that they have always just had around them.
それで伝統的な習慣としてずっと蜂を食べる文化とかそういう蜂を食べる文化と知識とかを持っている人たちとまあいろいろコミュニケーション取っていろいろ勉強してたんだけど。
And so what's really interesting for us, I think, to finish this trip in Tokyo is it's a really interesting contrast to that, because now we're in one of the largest cities in the world with a very metropolitan lifestyle. So to see and to be able to interact with all of you and learn from you tonight about how you're thinking about insects as ingredients and insects in cooking is just they interact with each other in a really important way. I think.
それでこういう本当になんか街の、都会の東京に来て皆さんのやってる昆虫食のこととかをそういう田舎の人のやり方と考え方とかと比較するのはめっちゃ勉強になってとても面白くてそういうふうにこの旅っていうか、この1週間の日本の訪問のことをまとめてこういうふうに終わるのはとても良かったですって。
And it's a really necessary part of our research, because when we're doing a lot of the field work, most of the time we're in very rural areas.
フィールドワークをやりながらいつも田舎の方にいるけど、だから本当にこういう街でもこういうことがあるというのはとてもなんか自分たちに必要なことだった。
Yeah, it's really important also now starting to create a connection between the rural areas and the big cities.
Like,
because they're not separated from each other.
Yeah, like try to break this kind of isolation or like this kind of like ball surrounding this reality. So try to expand.
そう田舎と町はこの世界と別の世界と思わなければつながりそのつながりを作るのもとても重要なことですね。
Like I think, for example, like something that is a recurring theme in a lot of the places we go is that you can find more insects often in the countryside, which makes sense because just a lot of insects just don't exist in the city, or you don't want to harvest them in the city because they're dirty.
どこの国にいてもいつもなんか田舎の方で昆虫はより見つかれるとか、それはもちろん町だとあんまり虫もいないし、あとは町の虫は汚いというイメージがあるから。
And so it's really important to go out into both the countryside and the nature to keep that connection with where the insects are.
それで田舎に行くこともとても大事です。虫はほとんど主には田舎にいるから現地に行くことも大事です。
But it's also important, I think, to see how valuable all of the cultural mixing that happens in cities is, because in big cities you have so many different people from different backgrounds coming together, and so this type of cooking I don't think you could ever really find a lot of the quite like this in a countryside where the only recipes are recipes that are derived from families passing them down with each other. This is this sort of mixing and the sort of experimenting that happens more often happens in big places where you have a lot of different people.
それでこういうような本当にいろいろな知識とか材料も考えも混ざってる実験的な料理とかがアンビ田舎ではないんです。町の方がやっぱりみんなが違う場所から聞いて集まってこういうにはなり得るのは町に限られてるんじゃないかって。
And so I think it's really interesting and important to think about what these different places have to offer each other and how they really have to explore and build those connections, because if they build those connections then they actually strengthen each other and also recognize that it's like as Roberto said, they're not separate worlds, that actually the city relies on all of the countryside that surrounds it, and all of the countryside and the more sparse land and the nature relies on the city to sort of reveal or expand the value and the diversity that's in it that maybe they don't recognize. You can simplify. I'll try and simplify. Okay, so because of this, they need these different parts of a country need to be aware of each other and be aware of the fact that they rely on each other and they give each other meaning.
それでお互いに田舎と町のはお互いに交流して今なんていう町のために田舎も必要だし田舎のために町も必要だからお互いに必要があるのはみんな分かってほしいかな。そうすると本当にお互いに意味になる、ミーニングがある。
And also, like creating this kind of coordination, you can start to grow new economies and like sustain the local economies in the countries, and also like keep alive this kind of tradition, because if people start to like have also a little bit of so if become sustainable, keep alive this tradition, then you know, yeah, you can
持続可能があるためにそのつながりを作るのは重要です。特にその文化、この昆虫食という文化を本当に持続可能的に進むのにそういうつながり、田舎と町のつながりがとても必要です。
So we want to thank all of you for giving us, even though we're here for a short time in the city, very important, a very different perspective and different picture of what it's like to be eating insects and cooking insects today in Japan. It's very interesting.
それで今日の経験本当にありがとうございます。皆さんがこういうなんか現在の日本である昆虫食をこういうふうに紹介してくれたのはとても感謝しております。
ありがとう。
それね楽しかったですね。
すごいです。
まあ
先生にも特集を。
はい。
まあ今田舎と町っていうふうにおっしゃいましたけど、都会っていうふうにおっしゃったけれども、日本の場合はすぐそこに虫がいるっていう環境があるので、それは本当に幸せですよね。都会でもちょっと川行くともうバッタとかいますし、東京でも意外と探せばいろんな虫がいます。で、セミなんてのは本当にそこら中にいますし、都会の町の中にたくさんいますので、そこらやっぱりヨーロッパとちょっと違うかもしれないですよね。
He's saying that actually in Tokyo there are lots of insects.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and you do actually feel even within a city that there are lots of insects nearby. That's something that's probably quite different from Europe.
Yeah, for sure.
I'd say, yeah, I mean, like personally, I found that as well when I first came and lived in Tokyo. I was
Really
supposed to
interesting.
have insects.
really
で
interesting.
子供の頃って必ずこう虫取りした経験ある人は非常に多いですよやっぱりね。だからそういう経験というのはやっぱりずっといつまでも生きていると思いますけどね。日本人の心の中には。
カブトムシとか。People in Japan have, like most people in Japan have had experience of collecting insects as children, and that's something that, and keeping beetles, for example, is something that a lot of people have experienced as children.
で鳴く虫のこう虫の声をめでる文化っていうのはね、そうですよね。独特ですよ日本。
Saying it's particular, it's very particular to Japan that like the voice of the insects is considered very beautiful.
Like the
And so
cicadas
people
in the
even,
summer.
like the cicadas in the summer, and also suzumushi, which I mean afterwards. But people keep it for the noise that it makes.
だからまあ四季のある日本だからこそ言えるので、その季節でやっぱりねいろんな虫がこう登場してきて、でそれがさまざまなこう音色を奏でてくれるってところがあって、それがやっぱり我々と虫とのです非常に親近感が持ってるそのコミュニケーションだと思いますけどね日本人の。親近感、虫に対するこう親しみ。
Intimacy. So the like, probably quite a lot of this is due to the fact that Japan has like very strict 4 seasons. They're very like quite extreme, and that means that depending on the season, there'll be different insects, different voices of the insects. And he thinks that's probably something that's contributed to the intimacy with which people live alongside insects in Japan.
で日本でやっぱり旬のものってよく言いますけど、その季節で美味しいものが出てくるんですけれども、僕らやっぱりその虫もね、その一つとして考えて、夏はやっぱりセミが美味しい季節、で秋になってくるとコオロギとか蜂が美味しい季節とか、そういうふうに捉えていけば意外とこう日本人の心の中にもこう比較的入りやすいんじゃないかというふうに思って、そういう方向性でやっぱり僕らも活動してるんですけどね。
This is something I've like. Yeah, it's really interesting. So in Japan, really depending on the seasons, there are completely different things. So like in summer, you'll get cicadas, and then in the autumn, you'll get like the crickets and the wasps and hornets, and
Like for eating.
yeah. And that's something that's actually, it's very much related to Japanese food culture anyway, because in Japan it's always, having the seasonal dish is considered very, very important, and people look forward to that seasonal dish. And so that's something that he thinks that's a really good way in with insects, is to introduce it to people, to say, this is the delicacy of this season, and you can have it in this season each year, but not other times.
And also something that we can learn from that, because in Europe, in most of Europe, there are very few insects, largely because of how the agricultural history of Europe has played out, especially over the last century. And then also, if we can look to something like seasonality as a way of relearning what the flavors can be at certain times, that can help us to rediscover what actually insects are. And we started that process, but there's way more knowledge.
それでヨーロッパでそういう農業の歴史のせいで本当に虫が少なくなったけど、これからもっとなんかよりよく食べ物とか農業とかをよりよく自然と人間の関係をよりよくするためにこういうふうに特に虫とかを勉強するとよりよくなんかうまくできるんじゃないかっていう。
そうですね。ヨーロッパも結構今すごく盛んのようですよね。昆虫食に関心があるみたいで、我々は負けてられないんですね。まあ対抗意識ってわけじゃないですけど、それぞれでやっぱりね。アプローチの仕方。
Like entomophagy is becoming quite popular in Europe. We've heard about that, and so I'm just going to try not to lose to that.
Not to lose to.
ああ、そうなんですか。
青の宣言の周りの基礎文化会館のお姉さん。
こっちなの。
De quella faccenda della fauna c'è stata posso
No, mia
compagna. 彼女ですね。
彼
女が大変なんです。
あ、そうなんです。
それでファンは影響されて宣言をしたんです。もしか
まあ本当に今日は楽しんでいただいてよかったと思ってます。本当にありがとうございました。
ありがとうございました。
時間がない。一言ずつちょっと感想。だだだ。ちょっと一言ずつ。
こうやってこう